My name is William Carter. I'm 63 years old. And I never imagined that a single shattered phone screen would expose every lie, every plot, and every hidden message my daughter-in-law had been using to destroy my relationship with my son. But the day she grabbed my phone, screamed in my face, and smashed it against the wall, she didn't know that everything on that phone had already been backed up automatically, and what I discovered afterward changed my entire family forever. For years, I tried to convince myself that my daughter-in-law, Jessica, was just strong-headed, opinionated, maybe a little temperamental, but harmless. My son Michael loved her, and as a father, you want to support your children even when you don't fully understand their choices. But the truth is, Jessica never liked me. From the first day Michael introduced us, she treated me like an inconvenience. Not rude enough for Michael to notice, but sharp enough for me to feel it. The quick eye rolls, the forced smiles, the whispered comments I wasn't meant to hear, all of it added up over time. Like tiny cracks in a wall that eventually collapses. After their wedding, things only got worse. She slowly convinced Michael to visit less, call less, include me less. Birthdays became optional, holidays became rushed visits, and conversations with my son became shorter and more distant. And every time I tried to reach out, to talk, to help, to connect, Jessica found a way to twist it. Your dad is controlling, she'd say. He's interfering. He's trying to influence our decisions. None of it was true, but Michael believed her because he loved her. And I stayed quiet because I loved him. But everything changed 3 months ago. Jessica had been acting colder than usual. My calls went unanswered. My texts were ignored. My son stopped visiting completely. Finally, after weeks of silence, I drove to their house to check on them. I didn't go to fight. I went because I was worried. When I knocked, Jessica opened the door with a fake smile so tight it could have cracked her jaw. "Oh, it's you," she said. "What do you want?" "I just want to talk to Michael," I told her gently. "He hasn't been responding." She crossed her arms. "He's busy. Busy for 3 months?" I asked, trying to stay calm. She rolled her eyes dramatically. "Look, William, we're trying to build our life. Maybe you should back off a little." "Back off? From my own son?" Before I could respond, Michael appeared behind her. His expression softened when he saw me. "Dad?" "Hey," he sounded tired, drained, like someone had been whispering in his ear for weeks. "I've been trying to reach you," I said. Jessica quickly cut in. "He's been busy, William." "I told you." I ignored her. "Can we talk? Just us?" Michael hesitated. Jessica stepped protectively in front of him. "Whatever you need to say, you can say in front of me." I could feel anger rising, but I kept myself steady. "Michael, can we go outside for a minute?" "Please," he nodded. Jessica's face twisted. "Seriously? You're choosing him over me?" Michael finally snapped. "Jess, it's just a conversation." "I'll be right back." She stormed away furious, and that moment was the first time I saw the crack in her control. Outside, Michael admitted he'd been overwhelmed, stressed, and caught between us. "Dad, she thinks you don't like her." I sighed. "Son, I've tried. But she pushes me away every chance she gets." He looked confused, as if he had no idea. We agreed to talk more over dinner the next week. Things felt hopeful, like maybe we were finally turning a corner, but that's when the real storm hit. The argument happened just 3 days later. Jessica called me unexpectedly, her voice shaking with anger. "How dare you interfere in my marriage?" she screamed. I was stunned. "Jessica, what are you talking about?" "You went behind my back," she growled. "You're trying to manipulate Michael." I tried to de-escalate. "Jessica, calm down. Don't tell me to calm down," she shrieked. "You old men think you can control everything." Well, not this time. Before I knew what was happening, Jessica drove to my house, unannounced, and stormed inside without waiting for me to answer the door. Michael was right behind her, trying desperately to stop her. "Jess, stop. This isn't the way," but she was already in my living room, screaming. "Show me your phone." "What?" I asked, confused. "Your phone. Show me the messages you sent him." I hesitated, not because I had anything to hide, but because her behavior was unhinged. She lunged forward and grabbed my phone out of my hand. Michael yelled, "Jessica, stop!" But she was too far gone. She scanned my messages, looking for something, anything, she could twist into a narrative against me. When she didn't find anything incriminating, she started shaking my phone violently. "You're lying. I know you're trying to break us apart. I won't let you." And before Michael or I could stop her, she hurled my phone across the room with full force. It smashed against the wall, the screen exploding into pieces, parts scattering across the floor. Michael froze. I froze. Jessica stood there panting like she had just won a battle. "There," she said breathlessly. "Now we'll see what you've been hiding." I stared at the shattered pieces of my phone. Not angry, not shocked, just disappointed. Deeply, painfully disappointed. Michael buried his face in his hands. "Jess, what the hell did you just do?" She shrugged. "He deserved it." She turned to me, pointing. "And now he can't twist anything anymore?" That's when I did something Jessica absolutely didn't expect. I walked calmly to the kitchen drawer, pulled out my laptop, opened it, typed in my password, and turned the screen toward her. "Everything," I said quietly, "every message, every call log, every voicemail, is backed up." Her face drained of color instantly. "What? My phone backs up automatically," I said. "Nothing is lost." Michael leaned in and began scrolling. What he found made his face turn pale. Dozens of texts from Jessica to him, messages she had deleted from his phone. Messages insulting me, messages mocking me, messages manipulating him, messages lying about things I never said, things I never did, messages telling him to stop talking to me, messages saying I was toxic, jealous, pathetic, trying to control him. And worst of all, messages where she pretended to be me by blocking my number, saving hers as Dad, and sending herself fake rude messages to show Michael. My son looked sick. "Jess, you pretended to be my dad? You lied to me for months?" She stuttered. "Michael, I can explain. You blocked his number?" He continued, horrified. "You deleted his texts? You told me he was ignoring me while you were hiding everything." Jessica's hands shook. "Michael, I was protecting us. From what?" He screamed. "From my own father?" Jessica's meltdown was immediate. She broke down crying, dropping to the floor, trying everything, denial, excuses, blame. "He was trying to separate us. He was manipulating you." Michael held up my laptop. "Jess, these are your messages. Your lies. Your manipulation." She looked at me with wide, hateful eyes. "You did this," she whispered. "You turned him against me." I shook my head sadly. "No, Jessica. You did that all by yourself." Michael told her to leave. She refused. She screamed, cried, begged, accused, but he didn't bend. For the first time, he saw her clearly. As she left, she pointed at me with shaking fingers. "This isn't over, old man." Oh, but it was. The next week, Michael stayed with me while he sorted his life out. He apologized over and over, but I told him the truth. "You were manipulated. You loved her. That's not a crime." Jessica tried calling him, texting him, begging him to come back, but Michael didn't respond. He was done being controlled. Eventually, Jessica's own family learned what happened. Her mother called me to apologize. "We didn't know she had those tendencies," she admitted quietly. "We're embarrassed." Michael filed for separation soon after. Today, my relationship with my son is stronger than ever. He visits every week. He brings groceries, we watch sports, we talk for hours like we used to. And sometimes he looks at me and says, "Dad, thank you for not giving up on me." And every time I tell him the same thing, I never will. As for Jessica, she never smashed another phone again, because the last one she destroyed revealed the truth she had spent years trying to hide.